Do you want salsa verde or hot sauce?
Sure.
Okay, well,
You eat what you can. I'll devour the rest.
I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this. Okay, let me go put this up real quick.
What
I'll
is
be
it?
right back.
A tray?
Yeah.
Are we on?
Yeah. Okay, never mind. There's not a place for the tray. Until we go back out, I guess. Okay.
Where is it at? On the window or?
It's on the edge of the table.
Is it? So make sure I don't knock it over.
You can eat too.
Oh, I mean, I'm not sure how much you were gonna. I know you're probably gonna eat too much. So.
No.
Chips are stale. Yep, those are always good.
Man, I wish I had my glasses. I can't see anything.
What'd you say, Velma?
What?
What'd you say, Velma?
Shut up.
Can't see without my glasses.
No, she says, my glasses. I can't find my glasses.
Yeah,
Because they always fall off.
And then does she say, I can't see without my glasses?
Does she say that? hate being old. Can't see anything.
I would say that's got nothing to do with being old.
I mean, that's what I had to tell the cast member the other day when I said that, and she was she felt so, like, insulted. And I said, well, for me, it's my age. I knew I messed that up.
What?
I put 55 instead of 71. The Roosevelt is a 71, not a 55.
Oh, because it's ours?
Yeah, somebody called me out on it. Because, hold on. Now I gotta edit my post. I knew I messed it up. Did they have any extra large Toy Story is what someone's asking, and I don't know.
Not the only ones you saw. Or is that the only one you saw? Or is that the
I
only
only
one you
looked at the big ones. I looked for a 2X and a 3X.
By the way, I'd like to welcome everyone to today's live show. We're streaming live here at EPCOT on a Thursday. As you can tell, we are actually doing some dining at the Mexico quick service. There's a little indoor eating section right next to the quick service, but I believe it's reserved for the sit-down dining for later in the evening. But we are able to snag a table for two with a nice view of the window. Don't know what that view is, so here's to you. If you enjoyed anything today so far, like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to be notified of all of our future content. As spontaneous as we are taking in some therapy for this Thursday. Some much needed therapy for me.
Strawberry Field Fairy. Hey, Jen and Charles.
Oh, hello, Strawberry. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Tony O'Towers here. Hey,
Tony, where have you been?
Yeah, where have you been? You don't just show up. I mean, that's what we do, but...
Tony, you missed the last extravaganza. I stood on Main Street for over 3.5 hours.
in one spot.
In one spot. And then we caught Monsters Inc. Live Floor after the parade. And as always, it wouldn't be a streaming without the screaming. Like it's a screaming. Which of these sauces again?
The one, that's salsa verde. And the other one's hot.
Okay. So let me know when you're done so I can pour this all over it.
I'm just getting to the
Nucleus?
bottom. Huh?
Oh, the nucleus. Remember from King and Queens, or I think it was.
Oh.
And he took the chip from the center and had all the cheese and stuff. It's like you don't take from the nucleus.
Okay. Well, the cheese is at the bottom, which I don't need to eat, so I'll hurt my stomach.
We're enjoying a nice plate of nachos here at the quick service, which I either can never pronounce it or I can never remember the name of the quick service.
In Mexico. Or in Mexico, did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just said, but I just never can pronounce the name or remember the name because I know it's like St. Angel Inn is inside.
It's La Hacienda.
Oh, this is La Hacienda. I thought La
Isn't it?
Hacienda. I thought that was the. I thought that was the other table service that they.
La Hacienda.
Yeah. I thought the quick service had a different name altogether.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was like Cantina.
It is La Cantina. La Cantina.
La Cantina.
My bad.
Should be it's going to be a brief live stream today, just to put something out there for this week, so you guys don't get left empty-handed. I think we're going to be done here about 2 o'clock or so, as we have some other things to do before we actually go get the kids later today. So, Magic Kingdom, bit more packed than we wanted to go for. We didn't even make it past, did we get past security?
We made it past security.
Yeah. Well, we didn't even get to, we looked at the line for the monorail, we looked at the line for the ferry boat, and that was a big fat nope.
That was a big fat nope. Don't do it. Don't anyone do it.
So we called a huddle.
A
We
huddle.
called it audible. And went to EPCOT. Who knows where we'll be going tomorrow? And I'll update you guys on some of that news that's going to go around.
You can pour your stuff on now.
Okay. Lay it on thick.
Yeah, this is a really good view.
This is a limited time spot because apparently they do close this place early. Like we were just talking about, I think this is part of the sit down service for another restaurant. So they probably close it down after a lunch rush to prepare for dinner. Which, like I said, we were here lucky enough to find, almost knocked it over. This lovely table for two. Should I serenade everybody with their romantic view?
I don't know what you mean by that.
I'll be on that Luther Vandross kick.
Sure, go ahead. Sing for everyone.
Can't get that song out of my head too. It was playing on repeat. There was a video somebody had on Facebook, but for some reason it wouldn't scroll past. So like I was with somebody's because my phone's reading to me someone's Facebook thing. Well, the one before it was a reel of a Luther Vandross song. Well, the reel kept playing as I was trying to listen to the other post. So then now that song's stuck in my head because it was just a repeat of that part of the song.
Yeah.
That's what I was singing this morning. I was just like, I can't get this out of my head now.
He wanted the guy was super nice. He called me out and he was like, 1955 or 1971. I said 1971 and then I did the face slap, embarrassed thing. He's like, just making sure, LOL. Have fun today. Sometimes I am dumb. I don't know if it's because there is one similar in Disneyland that says 55 or if I've just made that all up in my head.
They probably have, because like Roosevelt probably made one for us opening year.
Yeah.
And then Disneyland's opening.
Yeah.
So
maybe, I hope that's why I did it.
Like you probably saw the one in Disneyland, 55, and then just automatically
I think I did. That must be it because didn't I say there was a 1955 and a Lightning McQueen and a Cars one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's why I did that. And then because I don't have my glasses, I can't see that the shirt says 1971.
And so then when you said it, that you saw it here,
Yeah.
now it's just like, oh, really? There was a
I know,
Disneyland here?
that's what I thought too. So I was so excited to find them that I wasn't paying attention. Do you want to sit here and I'll go see if they have an extra large? That guy's wanting a Toy Story extra large.
Yeah.
Is that fine? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll be back.
So right now, me folks, I'm just stuffing my face with these nachos. We're going to probably be walking around a little showcase really quickly as we're here at EPCOT for the day. The crowds don't seem as big as they were at the Magic Kingdom, but it's still early. I'm going to be going solo for a little bit here as my wife has to go back to see if they have the right size for a shirt that we're getting. I've been on this Roosevelt kick, so we happen to come here at EPCOT and they have a couple of Roosevelts that I obviously have my eye on now. I'm also wearing I think I'm wearing my Cruise Line Roosevelt today because it is a pretty nice warm day and these shirts are very light, very easy to wear. Basically, these nachos are supposed to be for two in a sense. But that's the joy of being married to my wife. She doesn't eat that much, so I can eat a lot more. Even though I'm pretty sure that I've eaten these nachos by myself. Luckily for us, with my obsession now with the Roosevelt shirts, luckily for us annual pass holders, I do believe get a 20% discount. Unfortunately, the shirts are $80 a piece, so factor that in.
All right, so I think I just wrapped up my meal once again. Just finished up the nachos for two here at the La Quitina at the Mexico Pavilion. We actually snagged a quaint little table inside the indoor seating, which is actually, I believe, the seating for the dinner service, La Hacienda. They do allow for the lunchtime guests to eat here for a period of time before they close it out to get ready for the dinner rush. In the meantime, we're going to sit here and enjoy this view just for a little bit. My wife is actually trying to see if she can find a certain Roosevelt for someone who's looking for a specific size, and one of the, I believe it's one of the new Toy Story Roosevelts that just came out. Of course, we were in the store earlier today picking up some Roosevelts for myself. One of them being the new Figment one. Also, I believe it is a 1971 Walt Disney World one that my wife says it's really, really good. So hopefully she'll be able to find the other one that somebody was inquiring about. As I said, we're going to be here for the duration of, not this specific location, we're going to be here at EPCOT for the duration of this video. It's going to be a shorter live stream than normal. We did have some hiccups over the last few days, which is why we weren't able to bring you the live streams that we intended. The regrettable news is that I was recently let go from the Walt Disney World Company on Tuesday. They basically couldn't find anything for me to work with my disability, any accommodations at all. They said there were a couple places they asked. Of course, I had no word of this, but because of the time frame that I've been on this so-called medical leave, unfortunately, they had to let me go. Is that you?
Yep.
Did they have it?
There's a fly all over the. There's a fly.
There's a fly.
No, they did not. And yes, there's a fly all over. Ooh, he's aggressive.
That must have been what tasted so delicious.
Oh, you're disgusting.
I just plugged in the headphones too.
Oh.
Oh, hello, Reed. Yes, it is so far a very good day. I believe we're going to be in the 85-degree range later today. I think it was only a low of 63, so that's pretty acceptable for Florida weather. I believe it said clear skies today, but it is Florida, so it is what it is. So we'll soon see when we get back out there. Spring break crowds were definitely packing into the Magic Kingdom. We originally were going to go to the Magic Kingdom, but like I said, the monorail was backed up, the ferry boat was backed up. There were people just everywhere, and that was about 10 or so. So we decided to call an audible, scratch that, came over to EPCOT. The crowd didn't seem too bad here at EPCOT, but of course, like I said, a lot of people will be transitioning here as those booths opened up at 11 o'clock. So we'll soon see, because we're going to probably do a lap around World Showcase, see what's going on as far as the pin boards go and everything else. We'll probably be doing anything as far as the food festival goes, since we just had our lunch here at EPCOT, our lunch here at the La Cantina. Don't think we're going to try any other foods for the festival, at least this week or next week, because I believe we're blocked out for next week. So stay tuned for any of that mess that might be out there. Let me know when you're ready.
Did you answer Strawberry? He said, "Are you going on any rides?" No, we're not. We're not today because it's so busy.
Yeah, it's busy, and we're here on a limited time, and I'm pretty sure all the wait times are going to be skyrocketing up.
Yeah,
Way too high.
It's hard to even walk out there. It's crazy. You want to start our lap though? Speaking of walking through other people.
Let me just unplug all this real quick.
Okay. Are you done with that? What if I wanted some?
Sorry. I mean, when I picked it up, there was a lot less than that.
It's true. I drank a bunch.
Hold on,
And
let
I'm
me.
very sorry I did that.
That's all right. Let me turn off the voiceover here. All right. Unplug this. I'm trying to be delicate here so I don't accidentally press a button.
Yeah, if I ever remember to look up the Bluetooth headphone with the microphone, then I won't have to keep doing that.
Okay.
If I absolutely don't have to.
Okay, you good?
Yep.
There's someone behind you.
Yep.
Okay. I got it.
What do you want me to?
I got this for now. Okay, swing around. Yep. Ooh, sorry. Can you take the camera?
Yep. Hold on.
That's my phone is also in my hand. Sorry. Okay. Do you want me to take it or?
Just tell me which I'm facing that way. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm facing the right way. Yeah. And that is the secret entrance to the seating area.
Let me take it till we get out.
Okay. This might be copyrighted.
Not sure though.
Might be what?
This might be copyright.
Oh.
Not sure though.
Well, do you want to go in the Mexican pavilion or should I?
I can park right out here somewhere. I can talk over it.
It's right here. Would you like to park on the trash can for a minute?
I'm sure. I can hold it either way.
Well, yeah, either one. Okay. You're overlooking the water.
Overlooking the water. Okay.
I'll return.
All right. So just to fill everybody in, we did have many ideas of going streaming all this week. At least, like I said in the last live stream on Friday, we did have plans of streaming on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. But there was a lot that went on over that weekend. And then, of course, the other bad news is on Tuesday, I got the dreaded call from Disney that they were not going to be able to keep me on the wait list for anything. They weren't able to make any accommodations or find a place suitable for me to work due to my disability and my restrictions, which were very minimal. But that was kind of a little damper on that day. I knew the day would be coming, but I'm still a little bitter that day did have to happen on a Tuesday. And then, of course, I just basically took a couple days to evaluate that. Of course, that was the only real thing I thought I could contribute as far as being able to work for any company. But yeah, like I said, I took a few days to evaluate. Then Wednesday, I figured, well, I can't let it stop me from doing something. So then we today signed up for my annual pass. So now I am a holder of a Pirates Pass. Something that I've had before in the past. During the last time I was let go from the company, I did have an annual pass for about 6 to 8 months before I was able to come back for some reason. But yes, unfortunately, because it's a Pirate Pass, we'll only be able to stream here at Disney today and possibly tomorrow. And then starting on Sunday, we are blocked yet again for the upcoming, I guess they assume there's going to be a large Easter break presence or a large Easter crowd. I would imagine that we've had some sporadic crowd level changes throughout this week because of all of the cancellations and people's trips that had to be redirected due to all the chaos that's going on. Between cold weather spells up north and, of course, everything going on with airports security and staffing as such. But other than that, I hope everyone's having a great week. I'm basically going to, the reason why this is a Thursday therapy session for me is because Disney is a little bit of that therapeutic release that I need. Even though they did let me go, I cannot hold a grudge against the company itself, just maybe the particular people that don't try their hardest to accommodate for the most part. I understand it's a big endeavor for it because many people make rules that they don't really take into consideration, can't be followed in some instances. It's kind of like the disadvantage to the disability is still not being able to do everything that Disney would want me to do. Like I said, no worries here. We just decided to take the leap, get myself an annual pass. So now we are 100% an annual pass family. If you did not know, for I would say since 2019, I've been back and forth with the Walt Disney World Company, as they've always tried to place me somewhere, but I feel as if people just don't want to work with basically a blind guy. But I was with the Walt Disney Company for my third stint between 2019 and 2023. That was also in part of some miscommunication between caseworkers that worked on my behalf and also because of the pandemic shutdown. I think that's the only reason I kind of fell through that loophole was because of that miscommunication. But when they figured out that there was a problem, they tried to place me somewhere. That's when they eventually did let me go in 2023, and then I reapplied later that year, only to sit on a wait list again.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Can I use the restroom real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
And of course, if you want to go into Norway too.
While I'm there, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I'm right here.
I'm just trying to get you to the water.
Oh, okay.
You had drifted
Take
off.
me to the water. Here, I'll just go ahead and put you guys on the trash can right in front of me here. Hopefully you're still facing the same direction. But yeah, so I reapplied for the Walt Disney World Company in the later part of 2024, actually. I believe it was. Yeah, 2024. They tried me at Hollywood Studios at a greeter. But after one day of that, I really don't know. There was no communication with me. They just really didn't feel as if that was a place for me. I think I did pretty fine with the tasks that I was given. But since then, after that, they put me right back on the medical leave team, in which, again, I don't put a lot of faith in some of those people. It is what it is. But after 1 year, over a year of being on that medical leave on their part, they just basically ultimately said that there was nothing that they could really do. So that led to the separation from the company, which again officially started on Wednesday. Of course, Disney doesn't play around. So I was a cast member up until Tuesday and no longer a cast member on Wednesday. And then, of course, having to make that decision to get an annual pass. Obviously, it's something I wanted to do to keep on providing some YouTube content for live streaming. And that's where we are today. So like I said, the plan again is to maybe stream on Friday. We do have a Magic Kingdom reservation, crowd or no crowd. I probably want to get there early to maybe beat the crowds. It will be an earlier day though, because our kids do not have any after school programs. So if anything, tomorrow's live stream, if it does happen, will probably be done by 2 o'clock, just in time for some of your favorite afternoon live streamers. And then, of course, the weekends will be kind of just for us. I would like to take a moment, if anybody's even interested, if anybody's even in the chat. I have an idea of just keeping something going on the channel at all times, because I do like to have just sit-down conversations, just kind of say what's on my mind, say what's been going on. And like I said before, I don't want everything to be Disney, but obviously if I'm at Disney, I'll talk about Disney. But I like to have a sit-down chat sometime on the weekends. Maybe not even with the camera on. Maybe if my wife makes a lovely thumbnail, we'll just have a nice thumbnail for you guys to look at while we engage in conversation throughout the day. I would like to do it more towards the middle of the day, but evenings are up in the air for that. Let me know in the chat if that's something that you'd be interested in, just popping in and saying hi just for a second. Like I said, just to keep some parts of the videos going, because I really hate to take these long breaks that we've been doing. Not having a video Saturday or Sunday, and of course, with everything that went on Monday and Tuesday, not being able to have a live stream or a video for that day, and then that kind of left us at a standstill for Wednesday. It's kind of hard for the channel to grow if we keep taking hiatuses like that, so don't be surprised if you see some random live streams that don't have any video attached to it. And I'll probably put that in the title if it's going to be like in a podcast form, or if it's just going to be a conversation with no video. That way, if anybody doesn't want to click on it, they don't have to. No worries there. But for the most part, we're here at EPCOT. Flower and Garden full effect. Spring break crowds are coming in once again for the weekend. We're going to be here at EPCOT till about 2:15-ish, as we do have to meet a couple people at some of the resorts. So as always, if you're tuning in, if you're just dropping by to say hi, go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Hit that bell notification just in case we do come online. You'll know eventually. As I said, the beginning part of our day, we spent actually doing some light pin training, as I believe I hear the friendship boat crossing right in front of us, maybe. Also, we popped inside of a gift shop and just happened to find some Roosevelts that I wasn't really looking for, but I'll take anyway. Funny thing about these friendship boats that many people did not know, that the friendship boats are actually operational inside EPCOT. There's actually 2 docks. Now, for the longest time, only 1 dock was available. But there's actually 2 different docking stations, or I should say 4 different docking stations. for 2 different pathways. Let me refresh my memory and my memory banks here. I know that one of the docking stations, well, for the most part, they're both located. Let me think of where I'm at here. 2 of them I know are located just over to the middle where World Showcase kind of starts. So just before you get to the Mexico Pavilion, there's a dock over there. I believe there's another dock in the Canada area. Those docks are 2 separate routes. The dock closest to Mexico's route, I believe, takes you to the other side of the lagoon. If I'm not mistaken, it might be somewhere by Germany. That's the one that I think has been, in my memory, has been closed for the longest time. Even when I worked at EPCOT back in 2017 overnights, that's, I think, is the dock that wasn't operational for most of that year. The other docking station takes you over by Morocco. And those routes just carry you from one part of the lagoon to the other. So it's a nice quick way of getting across World Showcase if you don't want to do the entire mile walk around. And that is a separate friendship boat route than the one that takes you to the EPCOT resorts, just on the other side of International Gateway. I had the opportunity of at least cleaning those boats a couple weeks when I did work, like I said, overnight at EPCOT. And let me tell you, if there's one thing that is intimidating, it is working the boats at EPCOT and then, peeking over the water and seeing glowing eyes all over the waterway there. If you know, you know. It's Florida. Every body of water has a gator. And I would say that the backstage area of EPCOT has a lot of them. Once again, we are here just for a walk around of EPCOT. We're not going to do any of the food booths today. We might do them in the future because this festival is running all the way up until June 1st. So stay tuned to that. Like I said, next week we are actually blocked from all of the Walt Disney World parks. So we're going to probably do some resort streaming. I wouldn't be surprised if depending on crowd levels and depending on traffic, we might even try to shoot over to Universal Studios, because it's been quite a while since we've been over there, and it's been quite a while since I've been able to talk about Universal Studios. So that'll be interesting because, again, like with everything that we've done with some of our memorable days, Flashback Fridays, Throwback Thursdays, Way Back Wednesdays, I might be throwing another day in there where we talk about old school Universal Studios, if any of you have been fans of that. I've actually been going to Universal Studios since it first came to Florida. I actually vaguely remember the original Jaws attraction before they changed it over to a secondary version with the exploding gas station, if you remember. Also, big thing happening. Last Friday when I was streaming from the Magic Kingdom, I did make mention that I was thinking that the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin was actually going to be having a soft opening soon. If it didn't happen that day, it did happen the very next day afterwards, which I actually assumed that it would. And of course, that, like I said, that'll be just in time for the upcoming reopening of Big Thunder Mountain, I believe, in the next month or so. Actually, in the next couple weeks, maybe they might be trying. No, I'm sorry. I believe May 5th is, I think, when they're trying to get Big Thunder Mountain back open. So next month will probably be a lot of sneak previews. Just waiting on my wife. She's probably peeking her head in the Norway gift shop to see what's going on in there. Also, there's some pin station. There's a pin station in the Norway gift shop, of course. And speaking of which, 8675309. There she is.
What are you talking about? I wasn't listening. Sorry.
Oh, anything and everything.
Okay. All right. That breeze feels good.
Ready?
I was just reading everything. Sorry. Yep, I'm good.
All right, raising up. Nothing new?
No.
All right. Let's continue on. So let's see. Oh wow, I can smell that fragrance of Norway from here.
Remember when our friend Alex just had to have it?
Yes.
Remember when she bought that?
Yes. I mean, it's definitely a good fragrance. I mean, I don't even know what it actually is, but
Just very strong.
You're stinky, inky, inky. Oh, it's you! It's you! You're the stinky one. I knew it. How's it keep landing on you? It's almost like I made up that name. That's crazy. How do you know my middle name? Who told you my middle name? Have you been talking to my mother? You must have been. How dare you? Right back at you, Stinky.
all right. Crowds are definitely picking up. Fortunately for me, I have not bumped into anybody just yet, but I think I've gotten pretty close.
Hi,
we
Reed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, Reed was here earlier.
He said hi to me.
Oh,
And, so hi.
sorry, you have to excuse me. She doesn't have her glasses. Print comes in pretty small. I also don't have my headphones on at the moment. And of course, I can't see the comments. And once again, we are here live at EPCOT. Like and subscribe if you're enjoying a day at EPCOT here on Thursday. Not only is it a throwback Thursday, a little bit of Thursday therapy, but of course, if you are a cast member, EPCOT has a different meaning. Every paycheck comes on Thursday.
You want an egg roll? They have pork egg roll. No egg roll?
I could tell that was China.
Why do you say that?
Just
The sounds, you mean?
the sounds, and someone said something about the egg roll in the distance. Oh, now I can definitely hear the music. I was actually, what did I get that one time? I get that. It was supposed to be that hot, spicy chicken with the peanut,
Oh,
and it was not hot at all.
yeah. During the festival, or do you mean?
It was a festival like a while back.
I
Like,
do remember. Their quick service isn't bad.
quick service isn't bad. It's just, I mean, it's pricey for, I guess you could say, regular Chinese food.
Well, it's theme park Chinese food. It's
Yeah.
not terrible.
I mean, it's
It's actually pretty good.
It's Chinese food that's located in the theme park, but I would say compared to like spending that money at Panda Express, what would you rather do?
I love me some Panda Express.
Yeah. Now, I wouldn't mind having an authentic Chinese restaurant. Like back in Detroit, we had a couple of great Chinese restaurants. I know one of them isn't there anymore, but I like those Chinese places that are just like that small little hole in the wall. You know, they all have one inside the little mini mall things or whatever. Not mini malls, but strip malls. Is that what you call them?
Yeah.
Like they have a storefront.
Strawberry said, Charles, where are they putting the new Avatar ride? And when's it coming? Or when's it opening? Does he mean Disneyland?
Well, okay, so as far as the only thing I know with Avatar now is that Disneyland's California Adventure is supposed to be getting it, and it's going to be taking over where Monsters Inc. is. And I feel as if I heard someone say that it's actually going to take over where the Hyperion Theater sits, because the Hyperion Theater sits at the end of that street. And I don't know what they're showing in there now, because the last thing I knew they showed was Frozen, because we saw the Aladdin show, and then the Aladdin show went away. And they brought their Frozen show in. And now as far as here goes, I heard many years ago that they're already planning an expansion for our Pandora. I know they probably have room to put it. I just don't know where they would squeeze in like the entrance for it, because there's a lot of backstage spaces back there. There's, I believe there's a large break room or like a meeting area for cast members is located back there as well. I really thought that that's where they were building on that walkway. You know, that walkway from Pandora back to Africa?
Yeah.
I thought they were building an expansion over there, but then it ended up being, I think, Club 33.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, Club 33? Like, that's great and all, but way back here?
Yeah. Strawberry said, I love macaroons, the one that are sold in the boxes. Oh, yeah, you know, we never have those. The macaroons.
Oh.
We should get those sometime.
Where do they sell those at?
France.
That's France? Okay, I wasn't sure. And see, I'm not much of a. So I'm assuming, I've heard people talking about macaroons. I'm not really big on I don't have a big flavor palette. I'd be willing to taste and try anything, but then I have this bad thing where even if I don't like it, because I paid for it, I'll have to eat it all, whether I like it or not. And that's got me into a lot of situations where it's just like, I shouldn't have ate that. That was not good at all, but I paid for it, so I'm not about to throw anything away. I mean, I don't let anybody waste food, personally. Like, I'm not a big fan of a lot of things, but I mean, I will draw the line on certain things. Like, for instance, if anybody has mustard on anything, please give me a napkin so I can wipe off as much mustard as possible before you throw away that food. So, I mean, I would definitely try a macaroon if the time ever came for it. But again, I'm not big on pastries. I'm not big on desserts. So I'm more of a meat and potatoes type of guy. But I'd be willing to try anything. I mean, like, for instance, one of the things I was planning on doing one day, still trying to work out how we would work this, is doing something else, like outside the Beverly Challenge, doing something where if we were to have so many people liking the video, it'd probably be a pretty big number, something that we've achieved before. But I would actually get something that's brand new to me, something that I've never had before. And of course, my wife would know what I like, and my wife would know what I don't like. So I would encourage her to get me something that I typically wouldn't order on my own. Sometimes that works out for her, though, because she'll pick something that she likes. That way, if I don't eat it, she will. But then again, if she doesn't finish it, then back to the beginning, I'll have to eat it because I will not waste money. Especially with some of these prices that continue to rise here at Walt Disney World. Some of the food items definitely have gotten higher than the $4 that I remember them not that long ago. Especially over there in some of the more high profile booths, Italy being one of them. I think that Italy had such an increase in popularity, which led to an increase in price. And now sometimes we've been past the Italy booth and there's just nobody over there. But it is what it is, all part of the course. As my wife is, I believe, it sounds like I'm in Germany. So my wife's probably checking out the gift shop, see what pins they have on their boards. It's been a little bit slow with the pin trading. I think it's just because there's a lot of people in the parks. So a lot of people that are actively pin trading. And of course, a lot of things that we see on the boards are sometimes pins that we already have. No sense of having duplicates on top of duplicates, even though there is 4 of us in the house. So if one of us wants to pin, if one of us doesn't want to pin, the other one probably will take it. But that has led us to sometimes my wife and my kids just to trade. And I think there's a couple times that there's a couple of pins that we've had so many duplicates on that we forgot everybody else already has one. So then back to the parks to trade those off, to find things that are new and exciting. Once again, bear with us. This will be a shorter live stream. We're probably going to be streaming for just another hour or so. I think we're going to be wrapping this stream up at about 2 o'clock Eastern time, as we have to meet some people at one of the Disney resorts before we go get our kids later in this afternoon. And again, if you're just now joining us, quick update, even though, yes, I did plan on being live Monday and Tuesday, but things got in the way. One of the big things is, of course, on Tuesday, I've got the dreaded call that I am no longer with the Walt Disney World Company. They were not able to basically, I don't know how they work around this, but they're basically not able to accommodate my disability. I gave them every opportunity and every single thing that I knew that I could do, but due to other parameters, and really I just think it's because as far as the management team goes in these other areas, they probably just didn't know what they were dealing with, so they don't want to have to deal with, obviously, a blind person. That's just me speculating. Because in my personal opinion, there is really no reason why I couldn't have been placed anywhere. I feel very capable in doing a lot of tasks that obviously don't involve vision, speaking roles, things like that. But it is what it is. On with the show. I contemplated what we want to do next as far as the streaming goes. It was almost a matter of, do we even want to continue doing this? But I kind of do, because deep down inside, it is a little therapeutic for me to jump into a live stream, get inside the Disney parks, and just document whatever it is that we're doing, even though I can't see it. It's nice to just have the ambient sounds all around me. So yeah, definitely after contemplating what to do on Wednesday, we woke up this morning and pulled the trigger, and I signed up for the Pirate Pass to match the rest of my family. Was I exposed?
No, it's just
Oh.
your backpack was pulling it up a little bit. You good?
Yep. But yeah, so here I am now as an annual pass holder here in the Walt Disney World Company, just in time for a week of blockouts next week. So it's nice to still have a 20% discount on a lot of things. That's what cast members usually had anyway.
Depending on how long they've been with the company.
Yeah, depending on under 3 years, it's only a 20% discount. After that, they do raise it. Of course, we'll miss those wonderful discounts that you got everywhere else.
I'm bitter.
But soon, we'll bypass all that. And by doing so, I would like everyone to like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies. Hopefully, they're not all the same people. Check out our channel. Check out our other content on our channel. As of the last 3 months, since 2026, it's been a really good year. Hopefully, we can keep that momentum going as the next couple of weeks go on. Like I said, tomorrow, pencil us in again, might be a Magic Kingdom day. It'll be an early Magic Kingdom day, somewhat. We won't be there as late as we have been, so probably no 3 o'clock parade for Friday if we are at the Magic Kingdom. But maybe if they're having 2 parades, maybe I can snag a spot for the 12 o'clock parade. Who knows? As we are navigating our way around World Showcase here on this lovely and nice, warm EPCOT Thursday.
I shouldn't have brought you back this far, but now I'm committed.
All right, as I said before, the weather update for today. It is a high of about 85 degrees. I would say it is all of that happening right now. I feel great. I have my nice light, what am I wearing? Disney Cruise Line, Roosevelt. One of my newest obsessions is the Roosevelt collection. Heavily featured in Paging Miss Tomorrow, of course, if you're a fan. But we've actually seen the shirts for quite some time outside of Paging Miss Tomorrow. I was very apprehensive on it because of the fact that, from a distance, it looks like, it's a button-up shirt. So I was very weary on how it feels, especially on hot days. But the first one I bought, of course, was a Haunted Mansion one. Very, very light material. And the thing is, though, too, because they're so nice, I actually choose to wear an undershirt, which is basically an Under Armour shirt, just so that if I do sweat, I don't want to sweat all over my Roosevelts. So as of right now, like I said, start off with Haunted Mansion Roosevelt. Since then, I have a Disney Cruise Line Roosevelt. I actually don't remember the other one that we bought. And then as of today, we bought a Figment, I believe it's a Walt Disney World 1971 Roosevelt, and Toy Story Roosevelts. However, the Toy Story ones, they're big. I typically might wear a 2X in the Roosevelts, but the only one they had was a 3X. We bought the 3X just in case if it doesn't work out. If I can't find a 2X, then I'll keep the 3X. But I kind of just got it just to have it, and then if I can exchange it at a later date, I definitely will. Once again, though, these shirts are $80 a piece. So it does get a little bit pricey for that luxury of having the shirts. But luckily enough, like I said, 20% discount does help. But we'll soon see what other Roosevelts we do come across in the future. Because like I said, I am a fan.
Fast Pass is here. Stop sweating all over the place, dude.
Sorry. I'm sweating like a promiscuous woman in church.
That's not how I say it.
You guys know the phrase. Once again, it's all aboard the wrestling reference. It's hard out here for a stream. Streaming ain't easy.
Finally watched the movie, loved it.
See, I never asked you how you liked it because now when I rewatched it, I was just like, man, this movie. I mean, it's good, but it's like it's one of those movies. It's like you kind of have to appreciate the acting in that film to really get it, or else, like if you're not into that type of thing, then you're just kind of like, well, what is this movie about?
Well, first of all, it's kind of our type of movie anyway.
Yeah.
Plus, it has Terrence Howard, and
Yeah.
Taraji is like,
Oh, by the way, we're referring to Hustle and Flow.
oh yeah.
She finally got to sit down and watch it. What was it? Just last week?
Yeah. I'm a big Taraji fan. Love Taraji.
Yeah, and a pretty good cast because it was
It was
Terrence Howard, Taraji, Anthony Anderson. I can't remember the kid's name. DJ Squall.
and Taryn, his main. Her name is Taryn.
Oh, the girl. Yeah. And of course, Ludacris.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Luda.
Or as we call them, Lucius and Cookies.
Yeah. Lucius the Cookie Line, baby. Shut up, Stumpy. Which was also funny too, because yeah, after Hustle and Flow, when that movie went off, you know how movies and stuff usually take you to the next recommended. The next recommended was Empire,
Yeah.
which starred Terrence Howard.
Should be everyone's recommended.
It was
It is a
fitting too,
good
because
show.
it was the same. It was like the same premise too, which is funny because Hustle and Flow that movie came out, I think 2005, and Empire was like 2015.
Fast Pass. What'd you call my sister? Well, if the shoe fits.
If the boot
Sorry.
fits. Whew. Now, don't ever, like, if you ever hear me breathing a sigh of exhaustion, not that. It's because I have been waiting for these hot days for a few months now. We as far as 2026 goes, I think we only had one good week of 80 degrees. I think there's only been one time we got into the 90s. And that's devastating for Florida, for people who've been here long enough. But this is that time where, and I don't know if you can see them, they might be out there if you pay close attention. It's what I like to call the mouth breathers. Those are the people that you could tell they're not used to the heat, they're not used to the humidity, and the humidity is not even that bad. We got a nice breeze still coming in. Wait till next month or the month after. Everyone's going to be a fire-breathing dragon because they're going to be so hot.
We've reached the temperature where I'm gonna have to start pulling my hair up every day.
Ooh.
That's how I know.
Pulling your hair? We've reached the temperature where I debate if I... Well, no, it's no debating now. I won't wear pants.
I hate pants. I hate.
Don't like pants, pulling your hair? What the hell's going on here? This is not that type of show. It's gonna be. It's gonna be. I'm your daddy. I'm your baby's daddy. I mean, not your daddy daycare. Check that movie out too. A gem of a movie starring, I don't even remember who's in it. Eddie Murphy, Regina. What's the one? 227. Regina King.
I
think that's who that is. I can never remember the big guy's name.
I don't know either.
And he's
The guy from
hilarious.
Dumb and Dumber? Is he the same guy?
No. He's God, I can't think
The
of.
same guy.
No, the guy from Dumb and Dumber. He's a little bit more grungier.
Okay.
And then of course, who's the guy we were just referencing? What's his name?
No. Oh, yeah.
God, not Steve Zane.
Steve Zane, yes.
As you can tell, passing by the Japan Pavilion as they beat their drums. Pretty innovative show there. I would love to catch it, but maybe in the beginning of the show, not. I believe that's actually towards the end of the show. But we're gonna keep keeping on. Passing through Japan. Now this is let's see, as we walk between Japan and Morocco, there was an interesting story that I heard about this little area when I worked here. Supposedly, this is a space that could be utilized for another pavilion or a ride. And they're just not absolutely sure they're never absolutely sure what they wanted to do because obviously there's two major buildings back here. I believe they're housing the restaurants and the kitchens. Of course, Morocco did have a sit-down restaurant that has recently closed down due to contract negotiations between the Walt Disney World Company and the country of Morocco. They couldn't come to an agreement, so now EPCOT, or Walt Disney World specifically, is now 100% in charge of the Morocco Pavilion.
We just passed Laura.
Oh, okay. Oh,
She was off work though, so I didn't want to.
oh, okay. I thought she was at Animal Kingdom.
No, we saw her at the. No, remember we saw her at the entrance?
Well, yeah, that's what she said. She was going to.
Oh,
She was getting a transfer to Animal Kingdom. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, stay here? Okay. All right. Sorry, we just saw I guess an associate of ours from back in the day. But yeah, the temperature is definitely increasing. We have been in 80 degrees all week long, but surprisingly, because of the wind that's been blowing through, it does keep the temperature rather cool. Case in point, while we were at the house for the first few days of this week, the AC didn't really kick on, and our pool didn't really get too warm. So, surprise, surprise for the kids when they went to swim. I believe they went for a swim on, what was that? I can't remember what day that was.
I think I just came out and totally paused right on camera.
It's all right.
Yikes.
Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody likes subscribe this time. Something in my heart just told me to subscribe right now. If you enjoy what you're seeing today, go ahead and like this video. Give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not, as we are walking around World Showcase here at EPCOT on a lovely and unbelievably nice Thursday afternoon. Flying Garden Festival still in full effect up until June 1st. A little bit of a Thursday therapy session for me, as I, once again, no longer a cast member at the time being for the Walt Disney World Company. I am now a civilian, a commoner. But it opens the doors to a lot more things, hopefully, especially with this channel. Like I said, I do want to plan on bringing some sort of a stream to you guys as often as I can, even if that means of turning off the camera, getting a nice little default picture, and just having a conversation. I think a lot of people do like to have conversations more often than observing a few things, especially for our ninja watchers / listeners. Especially if I do more content maybe from a home setting. Like I said, all gloves are off. don't have to talk about just Disney. We could talk about anything and everything. Like, for instance, I've been itching to talk about the news going on with the SeaWorld company and their debacle.
I try to point you to the lake.
Okay.
Okay, step forward. No. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, go.
Wait.
So when I turn this, like there's a slight delay when I turn it. No, I'm trying to go this way.
Okay.
Okay.
So right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You only have a small window. You always just step on something sticky. Okay, I'll be right back.
Good. Yeah, so like there's some things going on with SeaWorld right now that's very interesting because of a long-standing partnership that they have with Sesame Street. And this is going to affect SeaWorld and Busch Gardens, if you don't know. Due to some bad business practices apparently by SeaWorld on Sesame Street's behalf, Sesame Street wants to actually end their partnership, their 50-year partnership with SeaWorld, which is a big deal because they did a hefty rearranging of part of SeaWorld here in Florida, basically building a miniature Sesame Street. And I believe that is, just about 6 years old, so still fairly new. So that'd be very interesting if something turns up that way. And of course, there's some kind of big news happening with Universal Studios. Like I said, too, next week we are blocked from the Magic Kingdom. So hopefully if the crowd levels are good, if the traffic is good, we might go ahead and stick our heads into Universal Studios for the day. Talk about some of the nostalgic moments over there and some of the things that are coming up new. And like I said, I would love to have that conversation definitely in the, I guess you should say, the quietness of our own home. Of course, I wouldn't plan on putting a camera on for that. So it might just be like on a podcast form. So if you do see that, go ahead and stick your head in, say hi, leave a comment inside that chat. Let me know what you think, if you have any opinions on any of those news as well. But as of right now, like I said, we are here live. EPCOT Center. What am I looking at here? Feels as if that's going to be a post. She put me in a weird, awkward spot, I think. So bear with me here. And as I can tell, we are actually in the France Pavilion right now. She's probably going to peek her head into the gift shop in the very back of France. See what pins they have over there. This is an awkward spot. I believe there's a large pole in front of me. I don't know what she was actually trying to do here. So forgive me if you have an incredibly weird view. I'm kind of going by the sound that's around me, and I'm feeling in front of me to make sure that I have no other obstruction. Probably wish I could have been facing France, to be honest with you. I feel as if I'm facing the water. I'm not absolutely sure. And if you're here first thing for our live stream, we're actually streaming from our lunch service that we're having, our quick service, over there, the La Cantina. Or La Cantina. Oh, and there was something, what was that thing, Fast Pass, we were talking about? I got to be careful. You got to be careful how you say it, because if you say it one way, it means a totally different thing. I can't remember what it is now. Oh, is that you?
Yeah, FastPass said they let you go.
Yes.
He got the call 2 days ago?
Tuesday? Yeah, 2 days ago.
Yep.
Yeah, they basically gave me the proverbial legal rundown that they couldn't find anything that suits my accommodations. Which, I don't want to call it BS, but I think it is. Because then he later said that they even checked on 5 other spots and they all said no. I don't know. Like I said, we've talked to several different cast members that we know and some that we don't know. And they all feel as if, yeah, there's definitely a spot, but, it's too many chiefs. No, what's the phrase? Too many Indians. Not enough chiefs, or whatever, however that works. 6 of one, 12 does the other.
Yeah, that's not right. Still not right. So FastPass said the kitchen, so the problem with the kitchen
what they
was
say the problem with the kitchen is.
there's too many safety critical positions in
Yes.
the kitchen. So the guy who let him go last time said, "Oh well, you could be a dishwasher, but we just don't have any positions open right now."
Yeah.
So
And then I signed up for dishwasher,
yeah,
and they put me a greeter for Hollywood Studios.
which is fine because you can be a greeter.
I could, yeah.
But because
They
there are
didn't-
other positions
yeah.
that come with being greeter, they're like, oh, well, you can't do those, so sorry. But I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you
know.
talk. My
Right.
beef is you have an entire accommodations team. It's a billion-dollar company. You have an accommodations team to accommodate those with
Yeah.
disabilities, and they continue to let him go.
Because the problem is that, like, my thing is that, like I said, there's too many people that have too many rules to follow, and no one was working with anybody else. But it's like, at the same time, it's like they want to make the excuse. I really just think it was management doesn't want to deal with a person they don't know.
But the problem is, I've watched them make accommodations for other people.
Yeah.
They can take certain positions out of a rotation for someone who's in a wheelchair, but they can't do it for you.
Yeah,
You
I mean-
can't put you at a greeter position and greet people and give them
Maps
directions
and, yeah.
stuff. Maps. For God's sake.
I mean,
it's
because
maps.
clearly, as you can see by our live stream sometimes, I mean, even though I don't know where we are as far as directional goes, I mean, I could walk people through the park with my eyes closed, literally, because I'm blind. But I mean, it just remind myself that back in 2000, I think it was the year 2000.
Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
That's the
what-
phrase, yeah. Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
Yeah, that's what we said.
I think I said everything. Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians. Too many Indians, not enough Chiefs. But years ago, I remember my dad. He took a solo trip to Disney World, and this is the first time I had a cell phone, so you know this is old. And one day, I get off work. My dad calls me, and he's like, "Hey," I was like, "Yeah." He tells me where he's standing, and he's like, "How do I get to such and such from here?" And I'm thinking to myself, like, "Bro, you know." You introduced me to that place, but I think it was just something that my dad liked to do. Like, this was again my dad's happy spot, and of course, with me being 1,500 miles away, and still gave him proper directions down to the T.
We do that to our kids, though. Tell
Yeah.
us where to go from here. Or lead the way.
Yeah, or there's been times where it's like if you weren't absolutely sure, I would say like, yeah, isn't there there should be like a trash can right here, and the bathroom should be right over there. But yeah, they.
Bring a Dreamfinder T-shirt.
Oh,
I thought that was cool.
yeah. Wait, a T-shirt or a Roosevelt?
T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
I was excited.
I mean, I'm kind of getting to these Roosevelts now. That's a bad thing to get into with only 1,200 subscribers. So we need more subscribers.
You're cut off. You're cut off from Roosevelt's for the day.
Like and subscribe, please. The more subscribers we get, the more we get boosted into the algorithm.
And the more Roosevelt's he can buy.
But yeah, so once again, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, like I said, I had a little mental episode those first few days. It is a little draining because again, it was the only little bit of hope that I had left as far as, being able to work in some capacity. But yeah, that got taken away, and so it was kind of like, what do I do now? And again, that of course, because for the most part, I've been entering into the park using a what they call a main gate, which is what cast members get for free admission to the park. So I'm very grateful, at least for the past year, that I had that ability. But I was definitely hopeful that they would have found something. But life goes on. We contemplated what we were going to do on Wednesday as far as the future of the channel. And then, of course, this morning we said, okay, let's just go get the Pirate Annual Pass. Just to try to keep something going. Like I said, I do want to at least formulate some sort of a podcast for our live streams as well. For those of you who just like the conversation. Oh, where are we at?
Couldn't get by.
Oh, just, okay. Welcome to the UK. Bloody hell.
Only on this channel.
Remember, speak nice and clearly. Diagonally. What did he say, dear? Diagonally.
Time for another Harry Potter marathon.
Or what is Sever saying in those TikToks that you like?
Oh my god. There will be no foolish incantations.
Yeah.
Oh,
What does he say? There will be no foolish incantations, wandering, whatever he said.
Wand waving. In this
Wand
classroom.
waving. Page 394. Mr. Potter.
There'll be no foolish wand waving or silly incantations in this classroom.
Oh man. God bless Alan Rickman,
Yeah.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
I remember him from that.
Yeah. And of course, I remember him. Last time I ever saw him was Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Wonderful Christmas movie. And then, of course, Jeremy Irons, I believe, played his brother in the other Die Hard movie. Jeremy Irons, of course, the voice of Ska.
I've never seen a Die Hard movie.
What?
I've never seen one. What, do you think I would like that?
I mean,
No.
why not?
Would I? It doesn't seem like a movie I would like.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, don't you like action films? I mean, you like Fast and Furious, so
Oh yeah, I love that.
yeah, you like Die Hard.
I mean, is Dominic Toretto in it?
No, but it's Bruce Willis.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, that's not them.
What?
Oh, he's no Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel is even Vin Diesel. Is his real name Mark? No, I'm just kidding.
It's something Vincent.
And he has like a. Now, is it true? Does he have a twin brother?
I think he does.
Or is it just like, it's one of those things where it's like Vin Diesel played another character in another movie and they're like, no, that's not Vin Diesel. That must be his twin brother.
I don't know.
It's kind of like how when that movie Sinners, everyone thought Michael B. Jordan had a twin, and it was him playing two different roles.
I had already forgotten that. That was an interesting movie.
It was. I've watched it 3 times now.
Have you?
Yeah. Well, one was with you,
Yeah.
and then I watched it 2 other times. Because I was like, man, I gotta watch this again because it's all the things you really don't pay attention to the first time around.
Yeah.
That and that movie Weapons. I had to watch that another time just to see like
Have I seen that?
yeah, that was the one with the kids that went missing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
It was interesting because those 2 movies was like as far as ideas go, original concept. That's what I like. It wasn't a remake. It wasn't anything based off of anything. They made a movie. Once again, it is lovely out here. I may be sweating, but I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Do not eat McDonald's.
Lovely 85 degrees out today. Clear skies, not that I could see.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Not a cloud in the sky. Cloud.
Nobody lives.
What time is it?
1:20.
1:20. All right, we got about 40. We got about 40 minutes. 40.
I need a 40. Is that what they are?
Huh?
Is that what they are?
40?
A 40?
Yeah.
Uh,
Do they even sell? I don't even think they sell those anymore
do
though.
I say 40?
No,
Or should
no.
I say a 40?
What? No. I mean, you can say 40 because that's your culture, but
Okay.
40. Yeah, let me get a 40.
Yeah, I don't think I should say that.
Colt 45 works every time. In the brown paper bag.
You know, I've never done that.
Because you ain't never had a 40.
I have not. I haven't. Love the idea of it.
That's the only time you would notice people. Because they'll drink their 40 in the brown paper bag.
No, I think people drink whiskey from the brown paper bag also. They do in the movies.
Really?
I think so. don't they?
I don't know. I never see people drinking whiskey out and about. Like, so for instance, like, you drink from the brown paper bag, or you get in the brown paper bag because you can drink it as soon as you leave the stove, and they can't say nothing. Because it's like, it's not public intoxication. You don't know what it is.
Okay.
But I just couldn't see somebody, yeah. And so that we could just drink it out in the street and you can't say nothing. We all know what it is.
Look at me learning to be blind.
I just couldn't imagine, getting a bottle of like Grey Goose vodka and a brown paper bag and just sipping on that in the street. They're like, dang, what kind of soldier are you?
You're just having a really bad day.
Hey, I could do that all day long. Remember, we were doing that as a morning routine. We just take a shot.
Oh man,
And we felt alive. We did that for what? Just about 2 years?
the 2 years we were in Missouri, I drank so much alcohol. Just straight vodka from the bottle. No dang kids, no. Not yet. Not till 5 o'clock.
Not till 5 o'clock, but we have some people that we're meeting at about 2:30. And I think we have another person that we have to meet just after that, so. But don't worry, as far as we know, as far as you know and as far as we know, tomorrow we should be at the Magic Kingdom for another live stream. Of course, that live stream will also be ending at 2 because there is no after school activities for the kids on Friday. So hopefully we'll be there somewhat early. I did enjoy being out for 4 hours that last live stream on Friday, especially even though with the kids. So hopefully we can do some more of those on those days that they have after school activities. And again, if you missed it, 3 hours, 3.5 hours, I stood on Main Street having conversation and giving you guys a view of Main Street USA with the cats in the background before the Festival of Fantasy Parade. Also like to thank everyone that stuck around. Good here? Yep. Also like to thank all the people that stuck around during the first 30 minutes or so of all the technical difficulties I was having. That ended up not being my fault. Actually, it was a Wi-Fi connection. Park-wide, that was the issue. But we rolled it in. Like I said, our numbers have been very good for the first 3 months of 2026. So I would like to just encourage myself on that point to keep up the good work. Once again, it sounds like we are looking at the upside down waterfall. A little bit of throwback situation here for Thursday. This is actually this spot is actually the home of the former Captain EO show starring Michael Jackson. Later on replaced with Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, which was also a very good show. But apparently too intense for some people. So then it was reverted back to Captain EO before the ending of Captain EO's date. And now it has been regulated to a short film festival by Pixar. During the I should say, at one point in time, I think during the pandemic, it was a meet and greet for Sorcerer Mickey. I believe it's back to the film festival, but this has also been rumored to possibly being a future spot for some sort of Inside Out exhibit to kind of play along with the Figment, Journey into Imagination with Figment. Kind of like this area being like an inner soul type of experience. And of course, at the very top where the upside down waterfall goes up to, there is a landing that we've actually sat at years ago. It's a good shot of basically the park from that aerial view. I believe you get a good shot of the monorail as it comes through and some parts of World Showcase. But that's also where the infamous jumping fountains that were so famous to Epcot back in the 80s, I believe they still run to this very day. Nice little calming spot. One of my favorite. It was actually when I worked the overnight shifts at Epcot, one of my favorite spots, probably one of the quietest spots inside the park, except for, of course, the running water. But that Throwback Thursday, though, Captain EO, followed by Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. And the Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, I remember I didn't have a problem with it, but there was a couple of things that many people were actually had some issues with. For instance, if you are afraid of snakes, there was a large snake portion of that film that did freak a lot of people out. Then there was also there was a scene where there were lots of mice. Let's just say that. a buttload of mice that apparently escaped from the facility, and then the lights turn off and they start rolling some furry devices over your feet to simulate mice running across your ankles. And yeah, I think that was a nail in the coffin for that attraction.
I don't know what you're talking about, but Fastbus said there wasn't no castle. I was looking at a grumpy lady.
Oh yeah, when I was talking about our Main Street view, yeah, there was a lady.
Oh, that's right. I remember. I remember.
I mean, she's probably grumpy because she paid full price to be here.
Well, don't come during spring break.
I mean, it's just in general. It's just like, okay, so like I signed up for the annual pass, and they're offering this nice little special for Florida residents. It's half off the down payment, so it was $99. And then I'm thinking to myself, you know, in 2012, the down payment was $89, and then that made me think that in 2012, a one-day ticket to the Magic Kingdom was $89. This year, it is $209. What the literal duck is going on? This is going to turn into a park that's busy during tax season. You know, when the knee extensions come out. You get your tax refund? Blow it at Disney.
I mean, I would.
Oh,
I'm gonna blow it.
I mean, I'm not gonna blow. Compared to the good old days. I mean, I'm still bitter. At one time, someone told us that to stay at the All-Star Resort, it was like $200 I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
That,
I remember when that thing was $69.
yes, me too.
Like, what? I mean, what? Do the toilets wipe your butt now? What makes those rooms so expensive? And then like they took out all the carpet out of all the rooms now. So you know you can always hear your neighbor who somehow wants to wear heels to Disney World just walking across the 300 square foot room back and forth.
True.
Like, what are you doing? Like, but he's sleeping with the button press, so
Here's one thing I've noticed about people today, and I can't figure it out. You would think people would be like hustling, like trying to get to their next thing, trying to make good time with it being so crowded. People are drinking and strolling slowly.
Well,
and I'm just like, this is crazy.
that's all they came here for, the drink.
That's fine, but can you stroll to the side?
Like, can you take your libations and move to the right, please? Right here, perfect.
Watch the seas.
Mine. Even though I will say this, I would love to have the casual drink around Epcot, but man, ooh-wee. I've never actually had a really, really good drink. I mean, I will say, like, Mexico's quick service had some great sangrias. I've actually never been to the margarita station over there in Mexico, so shame on me for that one. Other than that, only real drinks I've ever had here in Epcot have been because of the festivals. Sometimes they have like a beer flight or a sangria flight. The only thing that I've been known to get more often than not is there's a lemon vodka slushy that they serve over there in France. I think they turned the voices down over here. Those guys used to be a little louder. But yeah, we did have some plans on making one more Disneyland trip. But of course, you know, that wrench that was thrown in the machine was, of course, Disney letting me go, which does make that trip more expensive. We actually plan on getting annual passes over to Disneyland. But we're going to try to navigate some other things to see if we can still make that a possibility. Because like our go-to was obviously to stay at one of the Disneyland resorts. Mainly because of how convenient it would be just to get a flight out to the airport, get an Uber or a Lyft to the hotel, and not have to go anywhere else after that. I have confidence that my wife would be able to navigate her way, but California is such a big city. And at the same time, realistically, I would hate to rent a car that's just going to sit in a parking lot that we have to pay for parking as well, when all we're going to be doing is Disneyland and, of course, Inside Out next time. I believe since we're at the Seas, I'm going to take a wild guess. My wife is probably heading over to the gift shop just over to the left of where we're looking at. It's a pinboard that she has not been to in quite some time, so I guess she's going to try her luck. This is one of the areas, if you know the back side of this spot, there's a lot of backstage space that could be utilized for something else, but it is the home to, I believe, the largest aquarium in Florida. Even though it is something that is not utilized as much. I do believe it used to be the home of several manatees. I don't know if they still have those manatees now. It has been the home of dolphins and, of course, other aquatic wildlife. And I don't know if they still do, but I think at one point in time they did experiment with sharks in their aquariums. And of course, no truth to this at all, if there is any. There was a speculation that in the early 90s, late 80s, when EPCOT was still just young, they wanted to try to bring in the first great white in captivity. But for some reason, great white sharks do not do well in captivity situations.
We had a puker and strollers.
Puker and strollers.
Yeah. I told the cast member.
Well,
I did not say we had a code B. Just said a puker.
we got ourselves a puker. Yeah, because that Living with the Seas, ooh, that's a wild attraction.
She was a little girl. I'd say she
Probably the heat.
just chugged a drink too fast.
Oh, yeah. Even though it's a good weather day for us, but I think this will still be a little bit overbearing for a lot of people who aren't used to it. Especially for some places up north that are still having some 40-degree weather off and on. It's a little bit of a shock.
That's called I'm not going outside.
Yep. At least for us, it's like, huh. All right, what's the temperature today? 71. All right, that's a big fat nope.
A couple times I tried to go out in the 50s, livid instantly.
Yeah, it's not fun, especially because down here again, it's a wet air, so it feels colder than the temperature says it is, and then there's the wind.
Yes, there's the wind.
So then it goes straight to your bones, and it's just not called for.
Instant bad mood.
Insert swear words here.
Yes.
Dum 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 dum. That is one of the weirdest things, Moana at EPCOT. Like, I know Moana just doesn't have any place that she fits, but it is just weird to have her here at EPCOT.
I love the attraction though. I think it's so pretty.
It is. It's just, it's like it's one of those things where they didn't really know where they wanted to put it. I would have loved for them to have done maybe like a third water park themed towards the South Pacific. And then you can put like all your Moana stuff over there.
I'm kind of anxious for May to come so we can go to the water park again when we book a room.
Yeah. Yeah, that starts. Yeah, but that starts like what, May 28th?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But it runs all through the summer, so. And it's funny too because apparently we just prefer Typhoon Lagoon over Blizzard Beach.
Yeah, for sure.
It just sucks though because remember we found all the extra seating and tables at Blizzard Beach on the backside of the wave pool area.
Yeah, but our kids stay on the front side.
Yeah.
In the wave pool the whole time.
Unless they go to the water slides more, then that's going to be the other thing. They're going to have to start learning their way around the parks more often as we enter into the copywritten section of EPCOT here with the Encanto music playing in the background because we don't talk about the copyrights here on This Time Daily. We try to avoid them as much as possible, so please excuse my endless ramble as we try to avoid hearing all that music in the background. But if you are tuning in, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, turn on your notifications, set them to all, even though they probably won't get to you till the next day, which I notice all my notifications do show up the very next day because there's a couple of people that I've tuned into and it'll tell me like midnight.
Is it still gonna pick that up?
It shouldn't. I could talk over for the most part. But yeah, we don't have any real plans as far as next week go because like I said, with me having just my annual pass now, we are actually blocked. Pirate passes are blocked for next week. I believe it has something to do with the next group of, I guess you call spring break / Easter crowd that's coming in. So we might be doing some resort streaming. We might do something at Disney Springs. Who knows? Probably the same time though. Maybe earlier in the mornings. I would like to get out to Universal Studios one day. I might convince my wife to see if we can do that on a Tuesday. Because I do believe the kids still have their rehearsals on Tuesday, so that means that we can at least stay at Universal Studios till about 3 before we actually have to be in the car to go get them, just in case for traffic. If you know I-4, you know what we're talking about. It is completely ridiculous for the traffic during that season, for that traffic to be as bad as it can get. So stay tuned to that. Recently I was fiddling around through YouTube, and I did realize I think I've done it before, but I forgot. There's a spot that I can actually make a post on our YouTube channel. So I'm going to probably try to do that to see what people feel, if there's any feedback that comes under that. And also, I do have plans of trying to get onto our Facebook channel as much as I can. Maybe to try to spark up some debate, have a little satire Saturday.
Okay, yeah, let me just check out this board.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. But yeah, stay tuned for anything like that. Hopefully, like I said, tomorrow we should be back at the Magic Kingdom. I'm hoping to get there early, maybe as soon as we drop off the kids. So at least maybe we can get there for to beat some of that traffic that's coming in. No guarantees on that because again, it is a spring break crowd coming in. I would assume most of the people, like I said, that are coming in after these delays and cancellations over the last couple weeks, people just making up for lost time. Either that or they're just redirecting their trip altogether. I'm gonna have to probably get more thin t-shirts because I really like wearing the Roosevelts, but I don't want to sweat through them.
Oops, sorry, you got too close. Can you sit here for a little bit?
Sit here, yeah. Where am I?
Are you good? We're kind of in we're in the new area.
Okay.
At a table and chairs.
Where can I face it though?
It's 140. Hold on. Let me sit here for 1 second so I can just see where you're facing. Oh, the trees. That's lovely. Oh, more trees. Just working this camera anyway. All right.
Okay. Wait, are you staying here or are you going?
I'm gonna be here for just a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna go see the EPCOT traders.
Okay. Just let me know because I'll put the headphones back on.
Okay. Is this too loud for you?
No, it's perfect. That's what is that? Earboards? Okay. Isn't this where we sat that opening day? Like years ago when this first opened?
Did we? Oh, it was so like there's this seating area, and then there's a big center flower thing, and then there's other seating on the other side, and then there's the Encanto stage. We were on that other side.
Okay. Yeah, this is all brand new to me. Obviously, I have not been able to see this. Probably never will. This used to be, I believe, we're sitting where the original Fountain of Nations used to sit, if I remember correctly. Are we? What are we looking at? Spaceship Earth, or what am I facing?
No, you're sort of facing the Encanto stage, just far back.
Okay.
You're where the Spaceship Earth is that way.
Okay, and the camera's facing.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. That way I'll know not to put my shoulder into it.
What'd you say?
That way I'll know not to put my shoulder into it.
Yeah. All right, I gotta think about what I need to trade these savages over here.
Yes, and by savages, it's the other pin traders that do come into the park specifically for pin trading. They
scary.
are they're very serious about the pin trading. You just can't come up with any old rinky-dinky pin that you bought. They want the real deal. They'll talk to you about the value of pins. It's more of an expensive hobby for them than it is a leisurely activity for some other people. So be forewarned, if you're here to pin trade, stick to the cast members. Because the official pin traders, they're vultures. And also, if they seem excited about your pin, don't trade with them.
Yeah, it acts like you don't want to space.
Because they're just hoping that you don't know how valuable of a pin you really have. And as you can tell, this is the newer sounds of EPCOT that was featured during the 50th celebration of the Walt Disney World Company, replacing the old school music that ran for quite a few years. This new loop has definitely grown on me.
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you want to put your headphones in?
I'll get it. This new music loop has definitely grown on me over the last few years. I think I'm just used to EPCOT changing because it's definitely not the same EPCOT that I grew up with. It's definitely not the same EPCOT that it was even 10 years ago, clearly. So it's like a brand new wave of EPCOT here.
Tiki Man fan is here.
Tiki Man, okay, I'll get my headphones on here. Welcome, Tiki Man fan. We're here live, obviously, at EPCOT for a surprise therapy session. I will doing you another quick rundown for all of you who may have just joined in. This is day one of being a regular Disney Annual Pass holder. I regrettably was let go from the company as of Tuesday. We did every plans to stream on Monday and Tuesday, but I had a little bit of I just had a little bit of me time for myself. I wasn't feeling too great, and then of course Tuesday wasn't any better when of course the Walt Disney World Company unfortunately let me go, stating that they didn't have anything that they could really accommodate. Which again, like I said, I question that a lot of times. $1 billion company, there's not somewhere that you could sit a guy to stand or sit and talk to people. Ooh, I didn't realize. Hopefully, let me do a microphone check. Let me know if you can hear me. Once again, if you are tuning in, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel. I just realized I think I'm in the direct sunlight, so hopefully we won't be streaming too much longer though. This is going to be one of our shorter streams here at EPCOT. Like I said, this is more of a little bit of a therapy for me just to get out into the parks one more time. This is the first time I've been just a regular annual pass holder in just over 2 years, as I said before. Walt Disney World Company regrettably, unfortunately, let me go as of Tuesday. We took Wednesday to reevaluate what we wanted to do as far as the channel goes. And of course, we woke up this morning and decided, well, I'm just going to go get an annual pass. Unfortunately, our annual passes will be blocked from Disney for the next week. So hopefully we'll be able to at least go to the resorts, go to Disney Springs, see what's going on over there. And also, I want to try to get over Universal Studios and do a little chat over at Universal Studios, do some old school Universal. Okay, perfect. Sorry, once again, I'm having to go through the chat because going through the chat is a tedious task with the voiceover on because it always likes to reset when the next chat comes in. I was just going to verify, yes, microphone does come in nice and clear. One of the things I would also like to do in the future is I already want to upgrade some of our equipment. For those of you who didn't know, we did get a better gimbal. This is more of a, this gimbal has a better battery lifespan. Our previous gimbal was a Vivitar. Again, it was just something introductory. It's a bit bulky, but we didn't know what we were doing anyway. And apparently it only has about 4 hours of battery total. So if you were here for any of those live streams, that was a fiasco and a half when we really didn't understand how long the battery lasts, and sometimes the gimbal would just tweak out a little bit. Excuse me. So since then, I believe just about a month or so ago, we got our newest gimbal, which is, I believe, the same company that makes the DJI pocket cameras, which we also do have one of those as well. But this gimbal supposedly has a 10-hour lifespan, and I should be able, which actually, let me test that theory out. I should be able to plug in my phone into the gimbal to keep the battery that way, but I've kind of been on the fence about that because I do want the gimbal to stay charged. We did have a little bit of episode. One of the first times we did this was in the direct sunlight as well, and the gimbal just kind of took a crap, didn't want to do anything. I originally thought it was because the gimbal was plugged into the phone, so the phone battery sucked the battery out of the gimbal, but really it was, I think the gimbal just overheated, so lesson learned. I think my next upgrade is another headset microphone set. Right now the microphone set I do have is wired. I do want to get a Bluetooth one, so I definitely have to weigh out my options. As far as the gimbal goes, like I said, it is the same company that makes the DJI pocket camera. I use my own personal cell phone at the moment. I would like to get another device for cell phone recording, just so that I don't have my actual phone held up on the live streaming. And I am a fan of the JBL sounds. So I have the headset / microphone from JBL. I would like to see if they do have a Bluetooth version of the same thing. That way I'm not being restricted, and I can actually plug in the phone while, charge the phone while being able to communicate with the chat. And also to be able to communicate with the chat without having to worry about where the phone is, because like right now it's corded, so I have to be very close to the phone in order for my headphones to be on. Once again, this is going to be a shorter live stream for today. We're actually going to be wrapping it up here pretty soon. Once my wife checks out some of these other pin stops that she wants to check out. This is just to have something for this week and hopefully for tomorrow as well, so they won't leave you guys completely stranded. I know, like I said, we did plan on being on here Monday and Tuesday, but life finds a way. And also, like I said, just for the sake of trying to prove myself to the algorithm, If you ever, I will probably try to name some future live streams as far as it goes, like if it's a podcast. So don't expect there to be a video accommodating it. It might just be me running my mouth about things in the news, theme park news in general. Like I said, I'd love to take a day at the house and just talk about just everything. Yeah, one of the things I always joked about, I believe, well, really when we just started live streaming, I think we started live streaming, I would say about 2 years ago. And when we were fairly new, I don't even think some of you guys are even here yet. It was one of the things I noticed was a pattern. As the summer months came, the live streamers turned into either early birds or they turned into late evenings, afternoon streamers. Or if you did see someone streaming during the day, there was a lot of time spent in gift shops and indoor attractions, things like that. Again, I think it's where the standing in long lines became very popular because it is a good way of cooling the phone down. And of course, if people are willing to stick around and watch, why not? And I always felt as if that's like kind of a perfect time because I think a lot of people don't like the heat. We embrace it, but of course, we do have to pay attention to the technology. Technology does not bode too well with hot temperatures, so it's definitely, and again, like I said, a learning experience between, I think we've had a couple of streams where either our gimbal went out because of the heat. There was actually one live stream where our phone went out. Even though we were still streaming, we had no idea. The phone was just completely black. And then all of a sudden, we knew that some people who were still in the chat, once we got the phone cooled down, I think that's when we started doing our sit down and talking, kind of like what we're doing now. But we used to do it inside the car, but that didn't work because, again, we would put the phone on the dash. Even though the AC would be on, the phone and the devices would still overheat. So it kind of makes sense when some of the live streamers decide not to go during the midday or when they just decide to kind of stick it indoors. I wanted to tough it out as best as I could, but again, technology does not let you do that. Like I said, it's about a high of 85 today. I would say it's about all of 85 right now, hitting up close to 2 o'clock, which again, like I said, we should be ending the stream as soon as my wife gets back, as we do have to meet somebody at a Disney resort. We actually meet a couple people at a couple different Disney resorts here in the next few, well, I'd say half an hour, 45 minutes or so. But like I said, what I would like to do is, if I do have time, if I do get some quiet spaces in the house, I would like to just kind of see if my wife can make a nice little background picture for a thumbnail so that you guys at least can see, have some Disney magic. But it will be like in a podcast form. So like I said, if you do see it, I'll probably put in the title that it's either a podcast or no video. If you're available, feel free to come on in, give us a like, comment, let me know if you even want to chime in on the conversation. And because there wouldn't be any video, I wouldn't have to worry about a horizontal presentation. I wouldn't have to worry about a gimbal, so I could probably just freelance around the house. So hopefully some of the, like, again, I know that one of the people, like I say, I indirectly like to piggyback some of John's people. So obviously, like I would love to get into a situation where once our stream ends, everyone goes over to John with Fun to Be Free. He usually starts streaming anywhere at 2 o'clock, anywhere around Walt Disney World. So as always, once this live stream is done or in between, go ahead and check out John. I would say right now he's about the only one that I would probably endorse for the moment, because the more I look into the live stream community, the more I feel as if, here in Florida, it's a different type of community. It's a eat or be eaten type of deal. It is what it is. Not going to call out any names, but I have heard stories in Facebook groups about some YouTubers that aren't too nice to just about anybody. And of course, if you heard that, you know what I always say, it wouldn't be a streaming without the screaming. But go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not, if you enjoy walking around Epcot. We did a nice lap around World Showcase after starting off with our dining. We had a nice little nachos for two, which is a snack for me over there at the Mexico Pavilion at the La Cantina. We actually got to sit in the very popular but unknown sitting section that is open for a limited time for the lunch service. I believe they do close that down for the dinner service later in the day. But we got to have a nice table for two with a nice view of the lagoon. Hey Reed, when you say KC, do you mean Kansas City? Well, obviously, what else would it be? I believe my wife was born in old Kansas City. Did not know that at all.
I was gonna walk by the camera and say, I like them big.
I like them
chunky.
I like them round. I think Reed said it's 92 in Kansas City.
Oh, I love that. I got my Zazu ears and my Tinkerbell bus.
Tinkerbell what?
Bus?
Oh, bus?
Yes. It is 158, just so you know.
It's what?
158.
Okay.
Ah, go Chiefs.
Hold on. See, he had me until he said that.
Oh, I love me some Mahomes.
Sorry. I mean, the Chiefs are good, but come on.
Patrick Mahomes is just so sweet.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes good. I did enjoy Travis Kelce, but I think I was a Kansas City fan because I like Andy Reid.
Yeah, for sure.
I really wish he could have won one in Philly, but it kind of sucks too. Like, he never won one in Philly, but then Philly won them all without him. And did they just play? No, who did they just play? I feel as if Philly beat Kansas City to go to the Super Bowl only to win. All right, so my wife just informed me it is going on 2 o'clock. And of course, that means for today, we have to sign off. We have some other things to attend to. As far as what I'm hearing in the chat, John with Fun to Be Free is having some technical difficulties, so hopefully he'll get that situated.
We could have stayed on longer, we wouldn't have lost our group.
It's all right. It's all right. Like I said, I do encourage people to go over there as soon as our stream is done. And if you do go over there, go ahead and tell them this time sent you. I know you guys are already over there anyway. Okay.
Tiki Man Fan says, thanks for the stream. Well, thanks for showing up.
Thank you for showing up. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the subscribes, everyone. Like I said, keep us tuned in for maybe tomorrow, and then you never know what we'll be doing next week. Probably won't be Disney unless it's inside the resorts or Disney Springs. And with that being said, we are going to call this a day. Time is up. We will see you next time on This Time. Hold on.
You got it? Did you end it?
I'll let you end it.
Okay. You turned off your voiceover?
Yeah.